everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. I am excited. I love questions. I even did questions on my new Fox News show, so I can't wait to hear what you got for me today. Here we go. Question number 1. I just love Carolina. What's it like being her mom? I just love Carolina too. She's this girl will tell you what she's thinking. She will tell you what she wants to do, and she is a great kid to call my kid. Like I feel so lucky to be her mom. It's funny because, you know, when your kids get a little older and they start developing personalities, you kind of figure out which one of the two parents, maybe the personality mimics. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Carolina definitely got my personality. And I think Luke definitely got Eric's personality. Aesthetically, she looks just like my husband. If you look at baby photos of Eric Trump, 5 years old, a spitting image of Carolina. They look exactly like, and Luke, I think, actually looks like my dad when my dad was younger. So Carolina is definitely Trump genes, very heavy on the looks, but she got a lot of me in terms of the personality. You may have caught a little video I posted over the weekend of Carolina doing her own makeup, which sometimes can be horrifying. Very cute, but she has this very bedazzled eyelash curler that she loves to attempt to curl her lashes with. Now, just public service announcement, I know that's very scary because anyone who's actually used an eyelash curler understands you can really do some damage. You can hurt yourself with these things. She doesn't even get near the eyelashes. She's not fully equipped to handle this thing up close on the eye. So it's a little bit away, but she loves to come in my bathroom when I'm getting ready for whatever it is. I'm there in my little makeup area and hair area. She loves to come in. She's got her own stash of brushes. She's got her own little makeup stuff, although she loves to take a brush and go really hard in my eyeshadow, sometimes my blush. But she's the best. And you know what I love is that both of my kids are very into doing things that maybe would kind of scare other kids. And maybe I've kind of forced them into it, but they're always open to trying something new. They like an adventure. They play all different kinds of sports. I just recently started them both in piano lessons. So they're kind of game for anything. And I think that's fun. It's fun as a parent to parent a kid who's ready to go do anything and excited to try new things. So she's the best. She had a great time in Daytona with Grandpa. Obviously, everybody loved the photos and the video from that. But I think there will be more to come. The great news is we have 4 years of Donald Trump in the White House, and there will be all kinds of fun things that I get to take my kids to, things that they'll actually remember this time, whereas previously they probably would have been too young to fully take it in and remember it all. So very cool time right now. But thank you. It's the best to be Carolina's mom. Okay, next question. Congrats on the new show. Will you have the FLOTUS on your show someday soon? Well, that's a great question. I mean, there are a lot of people I have on the to interview list, and I would absolutely love to interview our First Lady, Melania Trump. I would also love to see Melania Trump, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it out there, on the cover of fashion magazines. Are we done with that nonsense now that they did the first time around, where they tried to act like she wasn't the most gorgeous, fashionable First Lady in the history of the United States? Yeah. I'm even putting Jackie Kennedy next to her. Not even Melania wins every single time. Sorry to say. We got to get her on these fashion magazine covers. Although she's so cool that she probably would be like, no, thanks. I mean, just to slight them because they've all been awful to all of us. But yeah, I would love to have her on. The thing is, I think it's interesting, this new show, to bring a side of people to the audience that you don't normally see. You know, we're constantly inundated with this crazy, fast 24/7 news cycle. Things are changing like this every single second. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Pete Hegseth. We've got all of these big players who are making big changes and doing great things. Kristi Noem, Pam Bondi. And I think people are so inundated with trying to keep up with the pace of this current administration that you don't ever get a moment to actually learn about who these people are and get a little bit of their personality. And that's what my view on Fox is all about. I want to show you this side of people. And so who better than our beautiful First Lady, Melania Trump? Absolutely would love to have her on my show. So You'll just have to stay tuned. Okay, next question. Oh, are you Slovak or Czech? I don't know the answer to that. So on my show on Fox, My View, I did some Q&A with some audience or some people who they got video of into the show. And it's funny because one of them, I answered that I would love to, if I could interview any person in history, interview my great-grandmother who came over to the United States from Czechoslovakia totally alone at the age of 16. She went into Ellis Island, and there really isn't that much information. We've done all of the deep dives that we can as a family into her past, and there's very little information about her. We know after she got here where she went and kind of her life afterward, but I would love to hear about the journey over and her, how it was to come to a brand new country with a new language. She didn't know anybody here. And I said she came over from Czechoslovakia. Now, whether I'm Czech or Slovak, I don't know the answer to that. So I'm going to have to check on that and get back to you. I think I have to call my dad after this and get Bob Unaska on the phone and see if he knows the answer to that. Or I'll call my Aunt Carol or Uncle Larry. Maybe they know the answer to that. But either way, she's the reason I'm here today. She's the reason that I am so proud to say that I'm an American. And, it's funny whenever you hear the left's argument about Donald Trump being anti-immigrant. No, Donald Trump is anti-illegal immigrant. He is very pro-immigration because we are a country founded on immigrants. And my great-grandmother happened to be one of them. So I'm going to check on the Czech or Slovak, and I'm going to get back to you on that. For years, customers have been asking if MyPillow sells cross necklaces like the one Mike Lindell proudly wears every day. Well, guess what? You're in luck. They are excited to announce that Mike has partnered with a jeweler right here in the USA to create beautiful sterling silver My Crosses. You can save 30% today using promo code TRUMP at mypillow.com and click on the radio podcast square or call 800-624-3945 and be sure to use promo code TRUMP. You can choose from the women's or men's style and make sure you do it soon because this amazing offer won't last long. Just go to mypillow.com and click on the radio podcast square or call 800-624-3945 and use promo code TRUMP. Next question, do you play tennis? So, as it turns out, tennis is my new thing that I've picked up in the past couple years. It is probably, I'm trying to think if there was any other, I didn't play like field hockey or lacrosse to any extent growing up, but of the like major sports, I think tennis is the only one as a kid that I didn't really play in school or to some extent like that. And about 2 years ago, maybe less than 2 years ago, I'm going to say a year and a half ago, I was like, you know what? I took my kids to a tennis lesson one day. They were kind of getting cranky because it was hot. I said, yeah, let me try this. And so I started hitting the ball and I was like, this is kind of fun. So I started there with tennis and it turns out it is a great time. Now for about 8 months or so, didn't have a lot of time for tennis. I've tried to fit a little more in these days and it's a great time. And the very famous Eric Trump came out and played tennis with me on Sunday afternoon. And I think that's the first time he's picked up a tennis racket, I'm going to say in like 15 or 20 years. And we had a great time together. So I'm just going to throw it out there that every Sunday afternoon, I'm going to try to play tennis with my husband. So honey, if you're watching this right now, go ahead and put it in the calendar because it's great. You get a great workout. You have a good time. And for people who are competitive, not that I'm competitive at all, it's fun. And I like to get better. I like to improve. And so it's been fun playing tennis. So yes, I guess I can officially consider myself a tennis player. I've got the shoes and I got the racket. And sometimes I get the full, very chic outfit. Sometimes I need a little help with my tennis clothing, but maybe you can check out the Lara Trump collection very soon for something on that front. Stay tuned for that too. A little tease there is what we call that. Okay, next question. I'm just curious, how come everyone in Biden's camp kept their mouth shut with all this fraudulent activity that we're seeing going on? Isn't it shocking? First of all, how anybody kept their mouth shut about the fact that we had someone who was our commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world, president of the United States, who didn't have all of his faculties about him, is mind-boggling to me. I mean, we really dodged a bullet, so to speak, over the past 4 years. Think about if our enemies out there actually knew how fragile the United States was. The fact that we really didn't feel like had a president who was capable of making the big decisions out there. Who the heck was running this country? I don't know. There are a lot of theories out there about who it was, but I don't think we can all say that Joe Biden was fully with it for 4 years. I don't think any person out there could realistically say that. So that's scary enough. But as for all of this activity and all of the money that we're uncovering going to these ridiculous causes and places and countries and this, that, and the other, this has been going on forever in Washington, D.C. And this Donald Trump would like to have addressed this in 2016 or 2017 when he took office the first term. However, it was like a crazy time. Don't forget, Donald Trump had never been president before. He'd never even been a politician before. So the first day in the White House, that was his first day on the job as a politician. He had a lot to learn. And what he figured out quickly is that he had a lot of people around him with bad intentions. He was constantly just fighting to survive. He made some great things happen, and he obviously put our country in a great spot while he was president the first term, but he really had to figure out the apparatus of Washington, D.C. And he certainly did that over the course of his first term in office and over the past 4 years. So the reason none of these people said anything is because they're probably all getting a little bit of it too. Are you kidding? That's how DC works. That's the swamp. That's the deep state. That's why all of these people, although they're on the salary of a congressman or senator or whatever it is, have these $1 million estates. And you wonder, like, how do they get such a high net worth? You tell me. If you follow the money trail to all of this stuff, I guarantee you at the end of this, there will be a lot of people to hold accountable. And they never wanted that to come out. And they thought that they could just keep, scratching each other's back and keep the whole gravy train going in DC for a long time. All they had to do was keep Donald Trump out of the White House. That's why they were so upset about it. That's why they fought against him. That's why they not only impeached him, but indicted him 4 times. That's why they wanted to throw him in jail. That's why they fought so hard against this man, because they never wanted this stuff to come out. It's out. It's beautiful, and I love to see it. More to come where that came from. So thank you to Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Final question. Were you interested in politics before meeting Eric? I wasn't interested in politics until June 15th or June 14th, 16th of 2015, when Donald Trump came down the golden escalator. And even then, I was just like, oh, well, this is like a fun thing for our family to kind of see what happens here. Truthfully, I think the moment that I had to become very interested in politics is the plane ride I took with my father-in-law down to North Carolina in 2016. It was August of 2016, and he was doing a rally in my hometown of Wilmington, and I rode down with him, and he put me in charge that day of winning him my home state of North Carolina. Hillary Clinton said it was her firewall. It's a purple state. It's a battleground state, one of the toughest to win. And my father-in-law looked me dead in the eye and said, could you win North Carolina for me? I'm going to put you in charge of winning it. And I was like, oh, well, I better figure this out pretty quickly. That's the moment that I fully became involved in politics. And I guess I haven't looked back since. And here we are today. It's kind of amazing to see. All right, great questions today. Thank you for all of your questions. Make sure you send us more. You can post under this episode. You can go to any of our social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow. And we'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide. and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.